I am
sure.
obsessed with this purple plant.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Oh my God. It looks like a Who plant or something.
That is a pretty goofy looking plant, isn't it? We use this bench. We have these hot water pipes right here. There's a hot water heater that circulates the water, and that warms the soil temperature to about 70 degrees. And so that helps with the germination of the seedlings. Sometimes we use these Petri dishes, and we'll start sensitive seeds in here. And so then that way we can take care of them a little bit better. Basically, we can germinate them on these little trays. That way we can see when one emerges, and then we can plant them out. So we don't just have them in the media and then they deteriorate in there.
Okay.
Since these are more difficult to germinate. Most vegetables and herbs, you start from seeds.
Okay.
And a lot of our cultivars, decorative plants, we start with cuttings.
Okay.
Because basically with the cuttings, you get the exact same genetics every single time. You're basically taking a clone from the mother plant.
Little clones.
And then you put it out. So they'll all be identical genetics.
Okay.
If you have a beautiful variegation that you want to keep, or some nice leaf, that way you can keep it.
And just take a cutting.
By doing cuttings.
Okay.
And you can see one thing that, like you can see on this plant here, we've cut part of the leaf off. When you're doing cuttings, you want to remove a certain percentage of the leaves so you don't have too much water loss through the leaf. So that's why sometimes you'll cut a leaf in half or you'll remove a few leaves.
Is there a golden ratio of how many leaves or anything that, like a rule of thumb?
Usually you just want to leave, I don't know, it kind of depends, but you want to leave just a couple of leaves, 2 or 3 leaves on there. Okay. And some things, if you can't control your humidity as well, you might want to reduce the leaves a little bit more. But if you have really good humidity, then you don't have to cut as many off. We have a lot of succulents that we start. And most succulents are actually pretty easy to propagate. You can do the same thing. You can dip them in rooting hormone, and then you just stick them in. And then pretty soon you get these little rooted, cubes, and they're ready to go. As we propagate the succulents and then we move them up into bigger sizes, you can see all these beautiful aeoniums, sedums. We have some begonias here, some roeo. These are bougainvilleas. These are some tropical impatiens. These are all the stock plants, and those are the ones that we're cutting off of. And so a lot of these here are some of our replacement stock plants. So that way we can just keep perpetuating the variety that we're growing. All that propagation we do turns into this beautiful collection of succulents that we use for the interiors and some of our combination pots of succulents. There's all kinds of fun ones. Like this guy, this is a drunkard's dream. It's kind of an interesting one. It's in flower.
Is this a jade right here?
Yeah, so these are all jade plants.
Wow.
So yeah, there's this variegated jade. And a lot of times we don't think about like Sansevierias as being succulents, but they really are like very tough and very water-wise. These are hibiscus. You can see they come in all different colors,
So
from red. I'll show you some of these orange ones. Yeah, they're not only in Hawaii. We have them in greenhouses too.
So are these all for our growing zone, or are these specifically for a greenhouse?
These are for greenhouses.
Okay.
Almost none of these things will survive if you put them outside.
Okay.
So I wouldn't recommend trying to grow them outside unless you just are tired of them.
Okay.
So,
But great house plants.
yeah. So they're all house plants.